Let's pull out our golden bow again. I might get rid of the crosshair in a bit, but now that we have our golden bow, I was just thinking we can go find more of those vines that were spread out around. And I don't think we'll get in trouble for shooting the bow in the main area as long as we don't shoot anyone. But I definitely remember seeing some vines around that might let us get to other places. Like, there's some up there. Anywhere we see the butterflies, we should try. Oh, there's a chest over there, too. I don't know if I even saw that before. Yeah, it looks like we can probably access this now. Yeah. I don't know if, like, on higher graphic settings, if you can see the butterflies from farther away. Okay, we can also shoot while swimming, so that's nice. Can we climb this? There we go. It's a little janky, but it works. 504 denaries and some arrows. Sweet. That was a find treasure using the golden bow. Nice. Seems like that would be a given, but good achievement nonetheless. Can we get up here maybe? Maybe. It almost seems like we're supposed to. Definitely seems like we're supposed to be able to. We'll take the easy way, I suppose. Nope, can't shoot that one. You can pull the flashlight out too, apparently. Oh, I didn't even see the stairs over here. Okay. Did we go check that out before? I don't remember. I don't know if any of the treasure that we'll be able to find using the bow is going to be like critical or anything, but might as well try it, right? More money, which we might still need. I don't know if we're beyond the point of needing money yet or not. Another wine bottle. Might as well. Could always use more wine, right? Do we have a way to get in there? I don't think we need to. Not particularly. Possibly less. I didn't realize there was like 2 bottles of wine, though. They're possibly the last in the city or whatever. There's so many chests back here, though. Yeah, we definitely went back here already. We haven't figured out Livia's deal yet, have we? Not exactly. All these little scenes. Should probably use my flashlight, huh? Are these a sign of the number keys? Yeah, okay. Good to know. I figured they were, since I think they are in Skyrim as well. Oh yeah, we can get up here now. Let's use our gold bow. I don't know why I have 2. I don't think I need 2, but might as well keep them. Okay, we can get back here now. Or are we going? We're going down here. Yeah. Oh, this is the plaque. Pluto, father of riches. So Pluto might be the god that is behind all this. The symbol of a fish carved into it. It looks like it might be religious in nature. Is this like a Christian symbol? Maybe? Huh, and there's that fish again. Maybe the Christians are behind everything. I still don't have the key for this, I don't think. But I'm sure it's somewhere. Not that we need it anymore. Well, we could go use the plaque on that obelisk. And see if that works. Can't believe I just took damage from that fall. It's not a lot of damage, but it's just kind of funny. Do you take damage from that short of a fall in Skyrim too? Probably, huh? That one was more earned.
Cerberus lifts his dribble head.
Where else had vines? I think there was just treasure over this way, but we might as well go check it out. Trying to remember other places that we saw that we could use this. Really nice to have the bow now. It feels like we have a lot more options. Yeah, over here. Can we jump up here? Yeah. Sweet. That effect looks really nice, I think. Yeah, just some more money. Not a bad reward, though. Considering you do need some money for some quests. Maybe we could talk to Virgil about the bow now, too? I don't know. Not sure if that's important. But let's see if that plaque fits with this obelisk. I was gonna quick save here again. Insert plaque. Nice. Oh, are there 4 pieces? Or not? I don't know. I keep getting the interact symbol, but... Yeah, you need 4, huh? Okay. I guess that makes more sense. Can't get into the Great Temple yet because we haven't figured out the cistern. Maybe the bow will let us get into the cistern by another way. Maybe we can shoot the door and like kick it in or something. That'd be funny. Nah. What else? We know the thing about Malleolus not being who he says he is, of course. Sisyphus rolling his boulder. Can't turn that gold. That'd be really funny though. If we just started rolling down the stairs. Is this Yulia? Yeah, we wanted to talk to her again, I think.
Sorry,
but not mention ending her life. Is there something else we wanted to talk to her about?
You mean it was a we must
maybe not.
My I remember dive. All right.
Okay, since we know how to get rid of the invaders, I think we can talk to Aqueduct more about how to change the election results. I think that's right. And we know Rufius has the rheumatism, and we need a cure for that. Tell Lucretia... Oh, we just have to talk to Lucretia about that. Okay. We can do that quick. She might be working on it already, for all I know.
Feeling all right?
I figured out how to treat rheumatism.
I'm impressed. How is Nevia?
She's alive, but she just wants to be left alone, and the treatment is willow bark.
Willowbark. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him...
Yeah, let's go do that quick. Let's see what happens. Maybe that means he won't vote for Malleolus? I don't know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived. A city without sin, but absolute.
Yeah, I think we talked to her about that.
That's a...
Okay. He's getting away.
I hope you're coping.
I'm getting by. You know, being stuck inside for 2 years feels like we're in our own little time loop. Okay. It's me, but I have a cure.
No idea.
He doesn't know.
What about it? willow bark. Finally.
Yeah, you know,
some
just
relief.
trust me. It's not poison or anything.
This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've been in a lot of pain lately.
Oh, that sucks.
Rheumatism. These cursed statues always watching in the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one. Meliodas. No.
There we go. I mean, I guess I just don't want him to vote for Malleolus.
Fine. But no
Thanks,
more
man.
favor.
I wonder if we can have
See you around.
the other dude do that for us every time, too. Whose name I forgot already. You know, it starts Galerius. There we go. Jeez. All these Roman names. I'm getting better at remembering them, though, for sure. Okay. So we've got Rufius's vote. We have Horatius's vote. If we talk to Equitia,
Citizen.
maybe we can get her to vote for Sentius too. Maybe like the end game is making sure that everyone votes for Sentius again. Where'd Equitia go? Did she go home? Yeah, no idea where we find those other 3 plaques. Oh, we can go down here too. Let's talk to Aqueduct first. Who might be in here. Where'd she go? Scintilla. Yeah, it seems like there is multiple things you can do, because we could have Rufius vote for Sentius, but presumably we could also have him vote for Galerius instead, if we figured out a way to get him to run. But he's only going to run if we get Malleolus to drop out. So I guess there's multiple things you could do, which our new follower Maxine Caulfield mentioned yesterday, is that there's multiple endings to this game, which I didn't know. So didn't we have a quest for Aqueduct? Oh, maybe it's done, but we still have, it's not marked as done entirely, right? Because all the steps are checked off, but I still wanted to talk to her after we took care of the dude.
Don't believe a word
It's
they
obvious.
tell you.
So nice to see him walking around alive. I have no idea where she went. Maybe she's down here. I do want to figure out how to rescue Dooley as well.
Citizen.
I'm surprised I haven't seen any more of those plaques. Well, let's go fight some more zombies.
Hey, you're not thinking
I'll be
about
fine.
going into the cistern, are you?
I've got a golden bow.
Well,
It's your funeral. Yeah, he's not gonna help. He doesn't even have a weapon. Besides his helmet. Okay. Isn't there another loading screen, or is that it? That was really fast. Pull bow out, please. Thank you. And me. Sorry, I'm failing. There we go. It's so good. Okay. There's probably more of those things. Because that guy kind of serves as a soft gate to prevent you from coming down here early. I bet you can come down here early, though. It's kind of Metroidvania style. Music works really well down here, I think. I mean, everywhere pretty much, but I just like it a lot. A lunar pendant. There's a Latin inscription on the back which reads Sen Dia Def. It's like a decoder ring, maybe? That's kind of what it seems like. I have no idea what that means. Not yet, so we've definitely still got some puzzles to work out. Maybe we can swim here too. I like the look of the sewer, it's very cool. Good sewer level. Oh, here's the platforming. Okay. Yeah, playing without this bow must be very different, if that's possible. Good amount of money. Ooh, that's cool. It's like a lion head, I think. It's back here. More arrows. More bloodstains. A crushed creature. An emaciated human-like creature spattered in gold. Appears to have been crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond. I don't think we've been back there. I can't remember seeing a crushed dude anywhere. Where was that place we could climb up? I wonder where this is, or if you can even see it from outside. The lighting is nice though, with the reflections. That's cool. Was it over here? Just kind of lost my bearings already. Yeah. I like how your character just kind of grabs onto it automatically. Oh, yeah, so this is what we were theorizing before. Is that maybe we could get to the upper cistern just from the lower cistern, and that's totally the case, apparently. Nice. Can we stand here? It's a tough jump. Nice. Yeah, I like how your character just automatically grabs onto that stuff wherever it is. Reduces the difficulty by a lot, I think. Ooh, who is this? Italian plumber. Wow. In an unconventional way. Good. Lots of funny references in this game for like a time trial, like a game with a very ostensibly serious tone and topic and subject matter. I wasn't really expecting a lot of memes and jokes in this game, but totally the thing. Locked door. Alright, let's see who this is. Is this Kabash, maybe? Or Scintilla?
Did he?
Probably Scintilla.
Do you know you're here?
The
I'm
monster.
Scintilla.
Yeah, okay.
I found a way out through the gate of Horn.
I think Kabash is a man. I'm not sure.
I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever.
Who?
Or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have... Sentius.
Sentius
My
is a
adoptive
bad
father.
guy. Fuck.
You always help me. I'll
What?
castrate and crucify him.
Plot twist.
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side
Oh,
because they
no.
don't want us to escape either.
That sucks. So we definitely don't want him elected again then.
Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside.
Okay.
The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the... I'm going to
How do we
take
get the
that
key from him?
From around his neck. Even
Turn him
if
to
it
gold,
means
maybe?
I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just
We never saw a
want
key
help.
when we see his skeleton
Help
at the
me,
end of the
and
time
we
loop.
can escape together. There won't be enough time.
What if I round everyone up so they're ready to escape?
There's no time. Wait,
If I let you go, everyone else is going to die.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I don't really care
Now
about
follow-
too many other
Wait.
people, I guess.
Did you hear that? He's here. You distract him. Stay right here.
Oh, we have
and
to
keep
fight him now?
talking while I look for something I can use.
Intense. Oh, there he is.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
What a bad guy. You're human garbage, you know
That is
that?
how it's going to be. Oh well.
Very
This
cool
doesn't
twist,
change anything
I think.
for me.
I mean, I think I
It's a
theorized
shame,
early
really.
on if
If you'd just
that
done
he
what
might
you
be a
were
bad guy.
supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself.
Wow.
Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
Is he from the future too?
Come now.
He must be.
Surely you didn't think you were the
Yeah.
only one here who remember. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one
Oh.
to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention
Proserpina is
or
the
a
god?
happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm
Okay.
surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking.
I
you
mean,
were a
I had
little
noticed
sharper
that
than Al
some people
was.
remember more things
Or
than others, it
perhaps
seems
you're
like.
just more willing. He was a moralistic fellow, and because of that fatal flaw, he relived. I watched
Yeah,
him
Al
come
must have
through the
really
portal each
sucked.
time, always a little older, a little. And when he finally saw the futility of it
Oh,
all,
you age as you're in
you're
here,
about
too.
to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trap. Just the 7, not a lot compared with Al, but I've seized every day.
We had 7 days,
nonetheless.
is that right?
In any case, there's no escape for you except the path
I wasn't
that Al
keeping track,
took.
but if the game keeps track of how many days it takes you, that's pretty cool.
What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Why is she with him? Knowing I would fail every time.
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy,
What
as
a
I
dick.
told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living.
So he
long
doesn't
after
age?
Your dust.
How come he doesn't age?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all, and as long as this day
Yeah, I
keeps
guess he has a lot of
repeating
power
itself,
here.
I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
I don't know, immortal life is questionable at best. Let's see you cheat your way out of
Do
this.
you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy
What's a
little
Decurion?
bow?
I don't know.
Who? Scintilla?
Yeah,
Where
kill
is
him.
I'm right here, Father.
That's some funny scripting. Oh, he lit her on. She lit him on fire. Awesome. That was very funny seeing her behind him the
The
whole time.
many shall suffer
I have his
for the
key.
sins
I
of
can
the
open the
one.
gate.
Oh yeah, let's
Come
go.
on, we have to go.
Is this the end of the game?
What's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Create. Oh, this is the paradox, right? Is this really the end of the game? I didn't think it was gonna end so quickly. Maybe we can try more endings. Talk to Al. Oh, this is the end. Oops. Sorry about that.
Hi there.
I should have finished this
A
yesterday.
bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Yeah, he's not dead. Maybe we can do more endings?
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I was hoping you know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of
Oh,
rusty,
maybe they wrote
but
about
the
me.
last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the Shrine of Priscilla. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person
I pictured Al as like an older guy for some reason.
While the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Not this kind of milquetoast, boring dude. Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a
Definitely
lifetime
yours.
in this place, going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
It's written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate. I helped Scintilla kill a man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't...
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor... Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used.
Sorry, I keep hearing a notification from my computer and I don't know what that is, but we will continue on. Oh, it might be my keyboard. Okay. Wow. This is pretty to see this in modern day. This is all like overgrown now. He's just nailing it shut. I mean, I know we saw it in modern day before too, but like
sure
in
nobody
the
else
light.
has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
Go on ahead. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty with the golden hour light, I suppose. Good for Instagram. If you're in picture mode. Got some kind of triumphant music here. I wonder if that's the best ending you can get. Probably not. Maybe there's a way to save everyone. Like, there's definitely a way to get Galeria selected instead. So, maybe they have a different history. If you figure that out first. Hey, Karen's still... Is this Karen? Yeah, it's Karen.
You're back. But you're alone. Oh, what a relief. Why don't you tell me what you discovered? Really? Sounds... Ow! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of... well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds. How could you...
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here.
Oh.
I think she meant for you to read it.
I wonder what I wrote.
Take a look.
I don't know what became of you.
Or
if
Scintilla.
you'll ever read
Okay.
this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Opus.
Yeah, so you can
Cynthia,
definitely save them.
Lucretia,
Okay.
Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours.
Okay,
I will live
so maybe we
with
can try and save the rest
consequences
of them.
My actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
That's good, at least.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go
His
home?
camera movements are just so funny. Okay. The one that got away. Reach ending 2 of 4. Okay, good to know. So, we didn't get the worst ending, but definitely not the best either. I wish we could see the descriptions of all of them. I'm guessing 4 means you get Galeria selected and you save everybody. Does this mean we can keep playing? Well, that was very cool. Nice. Yeah, I really like this game. Kudos to everybody who made it, for sure. Modern Storyteller. Such an interesting name for a studio. Nick Pierce, Alexander Goss, John Eyre were the 3 main guys. And a whole bunch of other people. Environment art. I'm guessing they had a lot of voice actors too. Very cool. Joe Cliff Thompson. Let's see if there's anyone that I recognize. I haven't recognized anyone so far, I don't think. Heather Tracy. Don't know any of these people. Very cool though. I think all the voice acting is really good in this game. Dooley was by Hywell John. Fabia. Apostolos Papa Georgiou? Is that how you pronounce that? And his character's name was Georgius? That's funny. I really like that they put pictures in the credits too. You don't see that super often. Definitely not in video games so much. We never figured out Livia's deal either. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we just left there, but I didn't think that was going to end the game. Guess I should have thought about that more. So Sophie Roberts played Equidia and Navia, I think. That's cool. And that Dennis Kleinman was two people as well. Proserpina. Was Proserpina the voice that was talking to us then? Maybe. Cynthia. Roger Ringrose was Centius. Yep, all the writing and all the voice acting I thought was really good. Published by Dear Villagers. I don't know what else they've published recently. I'll have to look into what they're doing. Definitely interested to see what these guys do next, for sure. If it's going to be something similar, like a Skyrim type mod game. Lots of PR people. Yeah, even for like a tiny game like this that, you know, allegedly only 3 people worked on, it's a huge team, huge amount of people. Lots of money. QA testers here. Huge amount of work just to bring a tiny game like this to consoles and PC, and you know, it's nuts. The Skyrim mod must have done really well. I'd be interested to go back and play that now. Dang, I wanted to do more with the bow too. I am kind of interested to see the best ending for sure. I wonder what happens later. They localized it in Chinese, French, German, Spanish, and Russian, which is awesome. Especially for a game like this, like it's more like historical. I think it's cool to see it localized for a lot of different regions. Huge QA team just to get it localized and published in other areas, I think. Man, it's crazy. You know, thousands of dollars wrapped up in this. And however many thousands of hours probably. ported to consoles by Koku. This would be a great console game too, especially like if you're just starting to get into like 3D first-person games. I think this is like an excellent place to start because it's not very hard. It's not very long, but it has there's a lot of interest, and there's probably a lot of interest for people that don't normally play video games so much. Special thanks to Film Victoria, Epic, Real Illusion. Yeah, I'm just gonna unplug my keyboard here because I think it's charged now. Let's see if it still works. Okay. Sorry about that. Translator of Ovid's The Metamorphosis. Made with Unreal. Dedication for Marta Pierce, whose steadfast love and support made this game possible. Aw. Very sweet. That's very cool. Okay. Maybe it'll give us the opportunity to do more endings without having to do everything over again. Let's see where we saved last. If we just hit continue. I'm sure we probably have a save somewhere. At the very least, we have our save that I made yesterday that we could continue from. Because getting back there into the cistern doesn't take very long. So yeah, I guess for the rest of this time, I'm gonna try and figure out how to do more of the endings. So I'm guessing like the first ending, the worst ending, is probably that you do create the paradox, but Sentius gets exactly what he wants, and you don't really figure out his master plan. Okay, so yeah, we're in the cistern down here. So talking to her triggers the ending, basically. So where does this go? Oh, this is locked too. Right, because Sentius has the key for getting down here. We can still leave though, right? Maybe? We just go back. It would be cool if you could kind of hear her crying like up above somewhere too. If you stood in the right spot. I think that would be a nice touch. It would give you like a clue about where to find her. Can we fall without getting hurt? I think so, since we're falling into water. Oops. That was not water. Sorry. Continue from last save. So yeah, I guess we'll try and figure out the rest of the endings as much as we can. I mean, we've got so many leads, but I would guess to figure out the god thing, we would have to find all the plaques. Probably. There's probably multiple ways to do a lot of this stuff. Can we just walk off the edge? Maybe that's why this waterfall is here. Yeah, I wish they had moved that geometry just a little further back so that you can't do this. You can't kill yourself so easily here. Because you would think you could just walk off the waterfall's edge, but let's try again. So thank you very much for watching if you watched a lot of this, but I can understand if you don't want to watch the rest of this game past that ending. I would definitely recommend playing it for yourself too, even though I've spoiled a lot of things here. We haven't seen everything. In the middle of disrobing as if she'd been visiting the baths. So maybe this is where the bathhouse was before? Greeting someone or surrendering? Pose of beckoning others to safety. That's nice that they give us a place to fall, though. I was kind of assuming it wouldn't kill us, so good thing it didn't. Okay. So, yeah, we know where Scintilla is for sure. And I'm not super interested in doing, like, the bad ending, but how do we get out of here? This way? It's in one of these corners, I think. Yeah. Let's just head back up. We'll see what else we can do. Man. Yeah, but cool ending though. But I mean, it's like really easy to just go find her if you think to look in the cistern after you get the bow, I think. Interesting. Maybe we can talk.
So you survived the cistern. Probably just a stroke of fortuna.
That's cool that he notices
Don't get
that.
cocky.
Maybe we can talk to Sentius about more stuff now.
Are they? We're finally alone. We have? Wait, I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume, is that about right?
It's so funny that he's just lying to
If
you about
so,
all this.
You broke it. Well, let's see. Look, it's unfortunate. Now, Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my... Before I wound up here, I was a decurion
in the cavalry.
It's a cavalry officer. I had 30... As magistrate, I usually wear a toga. But today, I may need to survive long enough to create the portal.
That's why he had the armor on.
It's... My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting... Now, the port is usually bustling, but they were trying to escape. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank. I went looking for my horse, and I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it. Unfortunately, it just seems very well. If I did...
No, he just wants everybody here forever.
I've had plenty of time to... I've always considered my...
It's interesting doing this now, knowing who the bad guy is.
Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon give the gods what they want, and the real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human... I
sure
trust
it is.
that... Ask them.
Yeah, he's not really going to give himself away here.
Now... Thank you.
Curiouser and curiouser. How much money do we have? 57. Oh, okay. Got plenty to do a couple more runs at least without scouring for money. Where did Aqueduct go?
May Apollo keep you safe.
Greetings and salutations.
What else do we want to do? So yeah, we could tell him we suspect any of these people pretty much. Show the pendant to Sentia. Okay, let's go do that first then. Oops. So I do want to know more about what's going on here, even though we know the big points now. So I think the game is kind of designed to be replayed in that way. Once you do all the basic stuff.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting Bob be. Oh. Oh no. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern? A skeleton? What do you... But didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature out?
Oh yeah.
What are you saying? That somebody crept down there and put... Why would... But who? Who could... That is an extremely serious accusation. So this, I've heard enough. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy.
So yeah, we can't really prove that it's Sentius now because in this timeline we don't even know yet. Even though I know, the player, our character doesn't know, because he hasn't admitted it yet. So yeah, how do you get him to admit that he's doing all this? Like, and like, how do you free Scintilla? I know we had more dialogue options with her too, but Sentius was gonna come down there regardless, it seemed like. Maybe she's upstairs, Aqueduct, that is. It's very kind of confusing to keep the timeline in your head too, which I guess is the same for all these kinds of games. Maybe she's in the theater
Don't believe a word they tell you.
area.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana.
That's funny. I don't remember where she went. We could just restart the day, I guess. I have no idea where to find the other plaques, though. We might have passed them 1,000 times and I just didn't see anything to pick up. Is this her? Oh, okay. I didn't think she would hang out with Dooley.
A new face, are they? And it must be. It'll be. Why do you... I like the idea. It was only yesterday that he said so. You can. Certainly.
Fortune smile on you, sister.
Yeah. What else? Yeah. What else? That it. And I. Because.
Oh, okay, cool.
But don't follow too closely.
Yeah, since we took care of the invader, now we can follow her to the other area. Good to know. Oh, he said not to follow too closely.
Salve again, friend.
Or she said.
How is it possible? You're a bit Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Oh. Sisyphus was a Greek king. A long time. He was forced to.
Yeah, doing the same thing over and over.
Actually, Tantalus was made to ground. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to. Anyway, I don't know which god. So I'll tell you what. I'll keep to. Oh, now I'm going to keep your secret. Oh,
it's funny that he believes me.
If our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not.
That's nice of him. I like that you like unlock more options with Galerius as you play more too. Oh, this is why, because she wanted to meet us here, but we couldn't obviously with the invader, so cool. Maybe we won't have to restart the day too many more times then to get through the rest of this. Although I think time is passing while we're like slowly as we're doing other stuff too. I'm not sure. So she might start the election at some point and we won't be able to stop it. Not sure because we never really lasted that long before. Yeah, and this is where we came in before.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous look.
Don't worry, I've got a flashlight.
But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded.
Yeah, I didn't
figure
notice
with a
that before.
coin. It's just as you described it. Only your pronunciation is a little. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Oh, Charon. Yeah.
As in, Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Right.
Charon, who in exchange
It was usually
for
seen as a
coin,
skeleton
helps
on a
the
boat, I
souls
think.
Of the newly deceased cross the Styx.
Yeah.
The river that separates.
Don't
the
usually
land of
see
the living
Charon
from the
Charon
land
as
of
a
the dead.
woman, I don't
When
think.
I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change.
That's a nice twist
Feels
there
like I
too.
spent my whole life
I think that's an
with a
earned
dead-end
meme
job with an
then.
endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't.
Oh,
always
an
know
endless
how to
commute
react.
because she's always on the river Styx. It's pretty good.
My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods.
I like this flashback sequence, just with the audio.
But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
This place is the underworld?
So. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires towards
Oh, they all died.
It seems none of them
that makes a lot more
escaped with
sense.
their lives after all.
And why we didn't really hear about their
Perhaps we should
history
be grateful
in the
they
future.
don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the golden rule.
It is Pluto. Okay. That's what I had guessed earlier today.
And why his epithet has always been
That makes sense.
Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions.
So we're dead?
That was my first thought too.
My character's not
In the
dead,
old
and
stories,
Sentius isn't
the
dead.
underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken, but it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid.
Right, like
I don't
Hercules
know.
or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were, each of them is slightly different. Whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil,
All the
or
old
Ovid.
philosophers.
But it was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol.
Oh, that's why the invader has a single denarii, I bet.
In their mouths. Charon's obol, we call
Hades?
it.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
course, an obol was
You
a
know,
kind
just
of Greek
Roman stuff in
coin,
general is just
because
in
we
right now.
inherited
People are
this
making a lot of
knowledge from the
stuff
Greeks.
about like Roman and Greek gods again. And it always, I don't know, it's a trend that always comes back eventually. How's it going, Berg, by the way? Why didn't you all recognize Karen immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described. And
Yeah,
he-
she's not.
You say you saw a young woman named... And I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kurti.
Kurti?
And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle
Oh,
headdress.
so it was different for everyone.
But whatever form this stranger took...
They all
were
might be
always
from
wearing
different
a
times
hood
too.
of some
Although it
sort.
sounds like they all died
And
in the
their
same
name
fire. I don't know.
always began with a K sound.
Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the
I mean, she
stories,
might be wrong about
Charon
this being
would
the
always
underworld too,
require a
but it
coin
sounds
as payment
like
for
this is
passage
probably
across
the
river.
truth.
But that never made any sense to me. In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had.
Oh,
He or she
yeah, she
merely
made sure
checked
they
we
had one.
in our possession. So,
When the classic pagans come back.
he's
Yeah, I
special
like this
about
stuff.
the coins
And learning
each of
more
us
about
had
it.
on us.
A lot of
That might
history
explain why
that they
we
did a lot of
grew up
research
here,
for too.
But so many others did not. No.
Yeah, it didn't
I
seem
mean,
like she
I
knew.
had my suspicions, especially after Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet.
Yeah, I was thinking about Orpheus too
Sisyphus,
just
a
now.
king of Ephyra, and Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits.
So these are
instead.
the ways that you
They
get to the
persuaded
endings.
the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them
Mm.
escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him
Oh, so
through
maybe there's a secret door
gate.
out of here.
So it seems you have two options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or
Which
find
we
a
did
way
with
to
Sentius
escape
already.
with the help of Proserpina or some
I
other
think.
guide.
Can't we just escape the way we
It's
came
a
in?
reasonable question, but the problem is, this place, and
Yeah.
even if you could build a ladder big enough, just
Notice you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name.
all Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is
Oh,
quite
I didn't know that.
simple. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish. Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from?
He who must not be named.
That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the... As I said, Hercules managed to overpower
I wonder what happens
the
if we
god of
tell
the
Sentius
underworld,
this.
But he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Oh no, I didn't. I picked the archaeologist background, so I'm definitely not a strong person. Couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold, but I
Are
can.
you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means. But so, if you want, who knows? Perhaps you're but first, you'd need an audience with
Yeah, so how do we save these people's
that,
souls?
You'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated
Yeah, we still need to find the plaques.
I'm not sure if you note, it looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly... If you could recover and replace all 4 of those...
We've never gotten clues about where they are, though. And we've only found one.
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid.
Yeah.
You'll find them all over Rome. But of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems...
Oh, it was
one made
Egyptian
its way
originally.
here too.
Okay.
However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style.
Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and
Roman,
another one.
Greek, Egypt. That means you'll need to recover 4 different...
I wonder what the
plaques.
4th one is then.
Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th.
I guess we should go talk to the guy that's living in the cave, since we know that Pluto is behind this now too. Oh, can she tell us?
I don't know. But perhaps you should
Georges
begin
might
your
know.
search with the local...
Where do I find the Egyptian one?
Kabash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately,
Yeah, we didn't
he
find that guy
disappeared
yet.
weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern.
Okay.
I'm afraid
Maybe
you're on your own with that one. But perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus
Why did we
were
fail
said
the
to have
Kabash thing?
persuaded Proserpina to help them escape.
That was weird.
and Aeneas
Maybe
was
because we found the
guided to
plaque
the
already?
exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale.
It's a good thing she knows so much.
The god of the underworld abducted and... If the stories are true... then
So
I
she might
suppose
still
so.
be here?
The problem is...
I mean, she's probably the
how do
one
we
talking to us
communicate
through the
with her
statues.
without being noticed
right?
by her captor.
Don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels. I hear the female statues whispering to me.
Truly? And you're... Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as... Can you tell me more?
It's always the same.
Fascinating. If she has indeed been abducted...
Yeah, that
it
must
would
be
make sense.
Proserpina then.
Tell me, has she told you...
She said, wait against the current.
That is strange.
Yeah, and we know that we know that Scintilla is in the upper cistern already, and that's how we end the game.
Right. Because the current...
Or one of the ways to end the
I
game.
recall wondering what was in there. But the door at the back of the great... You might be able to get a key from the magistrate. Let me know if you find...
And we know that Sentius has the key.
All right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Yeah, we should talk to her about that. What do we want to do first? Let's talk to Livia first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on you.
Yeah, I had talked about this in one of the other streams, I think, but the accents in this game, I mean, all the voice acting is really well done, but it is pretty funny to hear clearly not, I mean, I don't know what a Roman would sound like, but not Roman accents from these people. Even though they kind of hand wave that away early on when Galerius says that I am speaking Latin when I'm talking to these people, even though clearly the game isn't written in Latin, but it sounds to Galerius like I'm speaking Latin, and that Galerius is actually speaking Latin too. I'm just interpreting it in my brain. So they kind of hand wave that early on. You know, for a modern audience, that makes sense. But it would be kind of cool to be able to play this game in another... I mean, you can play it in other languages, but like an ancient language. It'd be cool. But for accessibility's sake, and for saving on cost, you know, makes sense. English accents. I mean, yeah, but not all of the actors are British either. It's just Aqueduct is one of the main ones. I'm sure most of them probably are English and American.
With incessant labor.
Why is everyone here now?
Don't be too hard on yourself.
I guess I've never been this late in the day before.
Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Weird.
Yeah, but
Beautiful.
I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do?
The 49 melodies fed just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all, but it does not say it.
We're at the underworld.
I thought I had to tell myself it was I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I found he gives such an uncanny description of this place.
Yes.
I will do. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads
like
through
the trees we saw early on.
to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has, as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, there the bloodless shadows walk. Others follow their trail. I hope I have, and now we share a secret.
Nice. It doesn't really progress us any, but it gets rid of that quest. Yeah, I'm excited for more Stranger Things too. I think after this, I haven't finished the season yet, but I'm enjoying this one for sure. I really enjoyed the episode with Max. I guess I shouldn't give away spoilers because it's still new, but the Max episode was very good, I think. What else are we doing? We could try to talk to Sentius about this, I guess, and see what he thinks. Or what lies he's going to tell us, to be more accurate. I haven't really enjoyed Hopper's stuff so much this time, but it's okay.
You've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation? I think it's... You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to... I'm sorry. Yes, our water supply. Aeneas the Tactician wrote a
he's just going to keep lying to us.
For military commanders, and I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit we're looking for might, after all this, be you. Perhaps it was a mistake on my part to place.
Yeah, he's just going to blame us if we try and blame him first.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Dang. Hopper's too telegraphed. Like they make him say his feelings too often. Kind of feels like that. I liked getting some more background about him, but it did feel pretty forced.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
And we don't really need the key since we have the bow. So what else do we still want to do in this game? This Golden Rule quest seems kind of pointless now. Right, we still want to find all 4 plaques. So we found the Roman one first. So I guess we would have had to talk to Aurelia about it. But since we found it, should begin by asking Georgius, the city's only Greek resident. I want to talk to the guy that lives in the caves, who was this way, I think. So let's do that first, since we know the name of the god now. So is this supposed to be... Oh, this is a woman. But the temple is... It's Pluto's temple? That's right. Everything is, like, confusing. all the names are confusing. We're starting to understand it more, though, for sure. It's funny that you can, like, beat this game without understanding very much about what's going on. I kind of like that option, too, though. It's not like Outer Wilds, where you pretty much have to understand every facet of, like, the Clockwork Galaxy that's going on to actually finish it. Although that game is probably a lot more satisfying to finish.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. It is best you do not tell me. Ah, yes. I will tell you everything I know. But the one thing I long... Let us find...
Pluto.
Excellent. I see. Now, will you...
If I have to.
Good enough for me. Would you say you know the difference between right... You are an overthinker too. We're the same. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule... Well, that's reassuring. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong.
Every action is the trolley problem.
Do you agree? That is an excellent question. So let me ask you this. Is there one
This is
system
interesting.
of morality which is always
Talking about the ethics of the
perfectly
game.
correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
I mean, I think there's multiple people that have different answers to this question. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing? I'm gonna say no.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply...
I think, like, every time there's been like a philosophical text about like a utopia, it's never as good as it seems at first, and that's kind of the lesson of those stories, like parables and stuff. You know, this is a really hard question to answer, but I'm gonna say I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually?
I think we need to decide for ourselves.
So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is...
No.
I agree. But what?
If he feels it's right to kill his wife, then he's confused or sick. Sure.
I see. So you get to decide right and wrong. The people who see things differently
this is tough.
are not allowed. What makes you special?
Empathy, huh? Yeah, I guess.
Empathy, the emotion? Let me ask you this. Imagine you were forced to choose between the death of your beloved spouse and the death of two innocent
Yeah, here's the trolley problem.
Knowing there will be no legal consequence.
Two strangers, I guess.
Of course. Our empathy, like a siren song calling us away from our true path, would lure
I mean,
us
now
towards
he's
the
judging
greater
what the
evil.
greater evil is.
Can such a beguiling thing be
I
a
guess.
reliable cornerstone for anything, let alone the perfect moral code?
No.
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and
Yeah,
wrong.
I would agree. For the most part. I mean, yeah, just thinking about counterpoint to that, there are like hard and fast rules about obviously heinous shit, like don't kill people, don't torture people, don't abuse and harass people. You know, the general rule I try to follow now as an adult that 33 years old is just be kind to everyone, or at least try to. And kind means being respectful and like trying to be more empathetic, and you know, it takes effort to do that kind of shit. It's the little I've learned so far.
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For
Yeah.
any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify.
Yeah, there's always exceptions.
If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always
Yeah,
find
I think that's
a
a good
way
point.
around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it
Yeah,
strives.
just what I was talking about with
In
utopias.
mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present
This is a fun conversation.
such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as
Oh, now he's talking about Sentius.
and life under tyranny is no utopia at all. I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring
So he's trying to,
I would be happy to answer your question.
he's trying to clue you in on thinking about Sentius now as the actual villain.
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave? I was a quarrelsome young man.
He's
At
from
19,
Corinth.
I left Corinth for... Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with... It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire.
Oh, so he knows that he's in the... I mean, I knew that he knew, but he knew that he was in the underworld back then even.
With all my skill, I failed.
Huh.
I settled in, made friends, and learned what
I wonder why he remembered
quickly
and like knew where he
our
was.
little community faced certain. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our day. They are one and the same. The Romans called
Yeah,
them
Hades
but long before
for the Greeks.
my generation was wiped out, turned to
So he's one of the
gold
ancient
many
Greeks.
years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you.
He's not afraid to say Hades' name either, which is
I'm
interesting.
afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning.
Like the 12 apostles.
Some for malnutrition. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected
Oh, he does know
visit
Kabash.
from Kabash some weeks ago. Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge...
He's just like Gollum. I was thinking he's like Gollum. He just eats fish in a cave.
And sometimes,
It's so
when
funny.
there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. Like so many things in life,
Riddles in the dark.
arguments are better with a partner.
That's
As
true.
you wish. You seek the plaque bearing the... It is a cursed object.
So Kabash has it.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely... When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their... Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Priscilla.
Oh.
And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them. I'm getting to that. You see, it was among these old Greek and even older plaque. We had no idea until, as a result of their deaths, we extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian
Oh,
plaque
so
in
the
our
Egyptians were here before the
possessions.
Greeks.
You see, We proud Greeks had thought the Romans, but it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of
This
us
video game.
imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow
Oh, we get to go
Lash's trail.
fight some ancient Egyptians, I bet.
There are certain things. Take this key.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Ha! If I did. Did we not discuss it at length already? I enjoyed our chat.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell anyone about him. He seems cool. That was a fun conversation, and something you could easily miss. So I'm glad that we came back. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. Yeah, let's go see what was going on with the ancient Egyptians here. Probably more skeletons, if I had to guess. Yep, there's one already. Skyrim did catacombs really well, so you know, you gotta lean into that if you're making a game in Skyrim, I think. That's a good idea. Now we're in kind of a newer area, it looks like. Yeah, these look more like the Roman sewers. I like how they blended these different historical eras together and kind of built them on top of each other. That would take a lot of planning. Just something I keep saying. An Egyptian clay vase decorated with animals and geometric patterns. It now contains nothing but sand. A board game. Oh, this is, yeah, Senate. Which I think is the most ancient game ever found. And there's a really cool YouTube video about it too that if I remember, I'll link it in the description on YouTube. But there's a video of a professor. I think he discovered the rules for the game, or at least I don't know if he made the discovery, but he's like playing the game with a reporter or something, and it's cool to hear them talk through it. Oh, there's one. He looks different than the others, though. It's like he wasn't covered in gold originally. Maybe. I think 99 arrows was the max that we can carry, by the way. Sorry, I know it's dark in here. Yeah, they are still golden, but I guess that one just didn't have his skin peeled off. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell in the dark. Spooky. So now we kind of have to wander around trying to guess which ones are alive. Well, there's one. Yeah, it seems like it looks like he's all covered in gold. It's hard to tell. I like that we get to stealth around a bit, though. Yeah, a lot of this you could skip really easily. Speedruns of this game are probably fun to watch. Especially like 100% ones. Now I'm pretty wary about running into more zombies in corners or something. These are all Egyptians. They all suffered the same fate. Yeah, I wish the flashlight was like a little stronger. Oh, there's one. What did I say? Coming out of corners. I'm glad we haven't died in a fight so far. It would kind of feel bad if we did. Is this the plaque? No. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Oh, so they had the same mantra, which would make sense. It's also interesting that it's like, does every civilization have a layer built here in the underworld? You can still see the paintings, blah, blah, blah. Are there more dudes down there? You can, like, walk over all of them, too. Oops. Good thing we're getting all these headshots. Is there another one? I thought I heard one, but... This is nice. I really like doing this kind of gameplay in Skyrim, and I know it's like one of the more popular gameplay styles in that game, but I like that we get to do some of this sneaky archery, because I think it really works. And it's basically how I played Oblivion, too. So, it's a Wood Elf archer. Oh, I thought that one was alive. See, they try and trick you. Same plaque. Ooh, big. Yeah, big jackal statue. Could this be Anubis? I like all the extra modeling they had to do for this. This is cool. And this is all optional stuff. This looks like the front of the player's handbook from like the original AD&D player's handbook. With the statue with the giant ruby. Rubies for eyes. Oh, is this Kabosh?
Stop. Do not come
Hopefully
any
we don't
closer.
have to kill him.
Who are you?
I'm Genevieve.
I am And let me... Trousers, boots, that is... I was planning to return here. Take it.
Well, that
and
was easy.
restore the...
Osiris, Lord of Silence.
Now, as for... Indeed, I stumbled across a
He has the
collection
other one
of
too.
dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hum. You may not, in fact.
Oh, come on, man.
Because it speaks. I will tell you.
The Duat?
Indeed. And I see
The
you
Duat
know
is
our
a level in Spelunky too as well.
Is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its... As Egypt declined, and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, when they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti.
It's a good history lesson in this game, for
As
sure.
if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto.
Everything's been done before.
I am glad to hear it. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's
Maybe
name.
he doesn't want to believe there was a
But if
civilization
that is
here
so,
before.
It would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them.
Right.
I sense a deception.
It's probably true.
You will never. This work of
How does he know how to
sacrilege
read
must be destroyed. You are too late. It is done.
Come on, man.
You would plunge into the... If it will... I am from Rakotis, which you may know as...
I thought he was actually going to break it, but he just dropped
the
it.
name of the city the Greeks built over it, since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks. I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. On my 7th trip, I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to. I awoke on the banks of the river. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti. This is where I belong.
Oh, he doesn't even want to leave.
I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not do to the doer to make him do. As for the
do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
That's ironic. Or fitting, rather.
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting there to be another layer
All I know
underneath.
It would be unwise.
That just makes me want to go down there more.
So good. Wait. You would plunge in. We shall.
I mean, I don't really have a choice if I want to see more of this game. So, I guess here we go. There's water, it's fine. A Cuneiform Inscription. Nergal the Fierce One. I don't know what the civilization's text is, sorry. I'm sure the game will explain it, though. I do recognize Nergal, the name. Yeah, we're gonna see even older golden people. And presumably we'll be able to get some clues from these statues. Yeah, Mesopotamia. That's kind of what I was thinking. Head of a man, the body of a bull, and wings, positioned as though it's guarding the entrance. Nice. Bird head statue, an ancient Sumerian statue of a man with the head of a bird. Perhaps this is Kumet Tabal, the man with the bird headdress who Rufius saw when he awoke by the river. That would make sense. Does that mean Rufius is Sumerian and not Roman? That would be an interesting twist, too. I didn't even think about that. But maybe he told us and I just missed it. Wonder if we still have to do a lot of combat down here. What is this? Can we... Maybe we're not supposed to go this way. Okay. Well, can't swim here. No matter what, they still turn and look at you. And roaded set of barricades, it looks like these Sumerians were trying to defend themselves from something. Presumably when the Egyptians came and ransacked their civilization and built theirs on top of it. Yeah, this place just keeps going down and down. It's capitalism all the way down, is the point. Or worse. Okay. Stranger, heed the final words of Namkuzu. Bear witness to our aftermath and lament us. We did our best to live as the gods commanded. We planted and harvested together. We shared bread and beer. We accepted newcomers with open arms as if family. But with each newcomer, the bonds of our family strained. And soon we were as strangers to each other. And when those bonds were finally broken, my brothers and sisters planted only for themselves and ate and drank alone. So they became selfish. And it was there in the empty space between us that sin took root. Nergal's sentinels have awoken and clamor at our barricades. Learn from our mistakes. Yeah, so they became selfish and they became isolated and didn't trust each other. And that's why they were cursed, I guess. So, good lesson to take from that. Though it's hard to be social when there's a pandemic. It's just interesting thinking about this stuff in a modern context, which I know is the point. Yeah, it doesn't seem like my bow is meant to work down here. Oh, Jesus. So we had our Temple of Doom moment. That's good. They had to throw a boulder at us at least once, I think. Very cool, though. Glad we came down here. I think after seeing this stuff, I would definitely recommend not doing the bare minimum to beat the game. But trying to see as much as possible, because it does seem to pay off. I like these traps. And now the water's coming in, too. Very cool. And then there's a fifth civilization even further down.
When I told you that you would
How did
not
he beat me
find a
here?
way back up, that
Oh, great.
what you will. I disagree. You have undermined and very well. I will. Why should I?
There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you. That's pretty... That's kind of dismissing a lot.
Why? To what? But why? Blasphemous fool! You... Ha, good. I welcome it.
How are we supposed to get out of here if we break the golden rule?
Only hope one...
The many
Oh my
shall
God.
suffer for the sins of the one.
What does that mean? Dodge 3 boulders? Oh, nice. Yeah, we're just gonna die. Fuck. How do we talk him out of fighting? Why doesn't he care? I guess he just really wants us to not read the tablet. Or not. He really doesn't want us to tell other people about the fourth civilization beneath everything else, but... Like, I get why he cares so much, but also pretty annoying.
When I told you that you...
Yeah, we just can't fight him.
You have undermined very wide. Then you admit it. Many of my... We prepared to... And yet, I did our priests steep.
Their priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives, simply to trick us into obedience. Isn't being a good person a worthwhile pursuit in and of itself?
Blasphemer! You have...
Yeah, he really won't take any word against his
for the sins of the one.
rulers, I guess. 'Cause he's too blind to see. Hey, she's alive. Well, this place fills up with water, too. That sucks. Cool to see it do, like, working, though. Yeah, there's, like, no way we're getting out of here without dying if we trigger the fight. Okay. It's kind of a little silly that we have to keep saves coming down here, because there's really no other way out, but...
When I told you that was a problem,
It's okay.
You will... You have... Very wise...
Maybe this works?
That may be true of many things, but this is different. Does that not mean our prayers to our gods all fell on deaf ears? Because we were not even addressing them by their... Now that I think about it,
let's find a loophole
my
here.
people would sometimes call Osiris the god, but the underworld of my people is so different to this one. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and we prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed. Did our priests steal and embellish the
comes back to
stories
this
of
question
an older
again.
people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience? I am not.
Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important thing that they motivated you to live good lives? So this is kind of like the agnostic point of view. If you're only good in life because you expected a reward, were you really a good person? Which is, both of these points are kind of something more that I subscribe to personally. So it's interesting to see them bring them up here when this game is about gods a lot, and there ostensibly there are gods at play here controlling the fates of these people. So it's interesting to bring up more of an atheistic point of view, to persuade this guy that I don't know, that he doesn't have to hide his civilization's sins. It doesn't mean he's a bad person, I guess. I don't know, this is complicated. Isn't the important thing that they motivate you to live good lives? And his argument is probably going to be, no, it does matter, absolutely, that the gods existed. Like, you can't just say that the gods never existed. That's blasphemy.
Now you insult me.
Yeah, see. Fuck.
I can.
It's tough.
The many shall suffer.
His point of view is really interesting.
Of the one.
Maybe it's possible to get out of here. Okay. I guess we'll see how far we can get. I wonder where we're gonna come up. Exactly. It's kind of hard running through here in black and white as well. Are we back where we started now? Yeah, we're like running all the way back through the Egyptian parts and everything. I want to see if we can get through this conversation, though. Although, I guess we have the plaque. We have the plaque, right? So maybe it's not possible. Yeah, we have the ancient stone tablet and the Sumerian plaque and the Egyptian plaque. So as long as we get out of here, it should be okay, but still, easier said than done. And yeah, we're going backwards. So, our health came back, though. And I don't think we saw a lot of archer statues on the way down here. So maybe we can get out. I don't know, it still seems like it's going to be tough, but maybe this is supposed to be one of the more difficult climactic runs in the game. Oh, he's chasing me too? Shit, man. How has he not gotten shot yet? Is it this way? It's really hard to do this in black and white. Like, really easy to get turned around. Yeah, it's this way. Okay. I guess we could save here just to make sure we get through it. Or can we make a save now? Oh, I didn't want to load. I wanted to save. Yeah, let's just try and make a save to see if we can get out of here. Quickly. Is that guy still here? I think. I've never tried talking to anybody while we're in this reset state. Or golden rule breaking state. But I don't think you ever can, because when you try to talk to Sentius, it says he's too afraid and busy running for his life, so. It's interesting running all the way back up from the very bottom of the world, though. The bottom of the underworld, as it were. Phew, man. That's probably the hardest plaque to get back, though, so the last one should be easy, comparatively. Again, I'm just surprised about how much extra content there is. Get through here, and now we're back in the city. Now we just have to get home. Yeah, I don't think there are a lot of archers along this path. So that's good to remember. Where's the zip line? There we go. At least good thing I remembered the zip line was there. Sweet. Okay. So that wasn't as hard as I thought, but it seemed like it was really hard to not die in there. Maybe there's a way to do it without getting killed or attacked by Kabosh, but doesn't seem to be mission critical either. Although we did have to reset the day, which kind of sucks. So we'll just have
Salve, friend.
Galerius do everything again. So yeah, now you can tell him you're busy and that you need him to go away.
Oh, so poor Yulik. All right, let me. But how did?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Let's just have him do everything just to make sure. Okay. So now we have 2 more of the plaques that we can put up there. Also, I don't know if they always stay there across runs. I guess I didn't think about that. We probably have to place them all at once. Can we not climb this ladder? There we go. Yeah, that was fun. Really easy section to miss. So yeah, the title of the game is kind of misleading. It's like there's not just one Forgotten City, there's like 4 of them. Oh, we probably gotta wait for Galerius to get up here. Let's see if they're gone already. Okay, Ulpius isn't here, so... Oh yeah, they do just stay up here. So I guess that's why it's all shiny and gold. So that's the one we're missing. Here's the Egyptian hieroglyphics. And here's the Mesopotamian one. So, okay. The Greek one, we have to talk to Georgius. So let's go do that. And I'm guessing that'll get us into the temple without needing the key. I don't know what else that gets us, really. If we already have a way up there. I do want to free Dooley, though. Let's see if we can get one of the better endings. There's probably a way to save Kabosh, too. But maybe since we've... What the... Oh, he just died in the shrine. It's like, what the fuck sound was that? I guess since we restarted the day and we don't have to go back and talk to Kabosh, that we probably saved him. Like, we don't have to do anything more with him?
Greetings and salutations. Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner.
I wonder if you're supposed to be able to tell that he's Greek by his accent.
My friend. And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because my name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius.
Ah.
They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us,
talking about different
him
pantheons.
They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change?
So he has a very different attitude
Do they want credit for
to like the lineage of pantheons compared to Kabosh.
At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is,
he's a lot more practical about it.
An old Greek name. Look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dooley. He cannot help it. Like it, and besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it.
Never would have guessed that it was just in his cell, but
I hope
let's go talk to Dooley. I didn't see it in there before, but I didn't really look. Yeah, it's right there.
Hello?
Damn.
Hello.
They even put a light next to
Have
it for me.
Do you like it? But well.
Yeah, gotta get him out.
Like.
Okay,
Galerius?
so that's why we need Galerius to be magistrate.
Nice. I don't think he likes.
Yeah, I don't think he likes him either.
Yeah, Galerius will let me out.
So we need Galerius to let Dooley out so that we can get the plaque for the obelisk, so we can get into the temple.
Bye bye.
I think that's how the chain works. It's a long chain. So now what? How do we get everyone to vote for Galerius? We know we can get Rufius to do it.
Wonder how much one of these
Because we cured his rheumatism.
Welcome. Feeling? That's a...
I think. Who else do we need to convince, though? We need Malleolus to drop in order to get Galerius to run. It's complicated. Oh yeah, let's go put the plaque back. Or sorry, we don't have the plaque yet. Galerius. And you need Malleolus to drop out, and you have to make Galerius more popular than Sentius somehow. That's a lot of work. But it really is like the last thing that we have to do. Oh yeah, Aqueduct told us about him too.
You look well, my Sartorial.
How do we get Malleolus to drop? Like, I know we have some dirt on him, sort of. Is he still here?
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without... Look, if I had a rope... Are you in... Why? You fool.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Did we save recently? 45. Let me see where this autosave puts us. Because I don't want to have to pay more if we don't have to. Oh man, it's complicated. But I think this must give us the best ending if we figure out how to do this. If we get Malleolus to drop, get everyone in favor of Galerius, if we get all the plaques, we get into the temple, and we have to do... I guess we want to do the election before we go into the temple, because going into the temple and finding Centella is how we end the game. So, we want to do all that first. Okay, good. Thanks for the autosave game. How do we get him to drop, though? The game hasn't really given us more to do about that. Maybe there's another way to free Dooley. I'll need more evidence linking Malleolus to the name Quinctius. I don't know where we get more evidence, though. Because I feel like I checked his house thoroughly before. Or his villa, rather. And Claudia never tells us anything. We might have to look this up. I'm not sure. Because this is the part I've been the most confused about. You would think that Claudia would just like want to help us frame, well, not frame Malleolus, but get him to drop. Because he locked her in here.
Talk.
Yeah, there we go. I don't think I had that option before.
You know, some time ago when he's... Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering. I confronted him about it.
He did call himself
and
Quinctius.
He stammered. I let it go. But...
Wait a minute. I like that there's that option. That's cool.
To withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but you must think me quite mad. Domitius!
What? Do you have to do the girls stick together option, probably? You're probably not meant to admit that you want him to drop, I suppose. You always have to think about their motivations in this game. You can't just straight up tell people the real reasons for why you're doing things. And I guess in real life, I'm not very good at lying in that way. I'm a lot more blunt about it, typically. So, at least I like to think I am. So when I have to play a game, when I'm in a situation like this, where if I say the actual truth, then it really doesn't help me, then, you know, I'm really out of my depth. So. Please open door. There we go. So maybe she'll be more favorable to us now.
Talk. You know, sometimes now I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, see?
One hand
She's much more in
washes
favor
the
of that
other.
motivation.
Our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage.
And in most games, don't have this kind of depth either. Most games,
but first,
as long as you pick the good option, then you get what you want. But in this game, you really have to pick the smart option rather than the good option.
I want you to bring me some wine.
Oh, I have so
Just
much wine,
one-
lady.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little
Why does
head
everyone use that
around.
word pleb?
So what do you need me to
That's a very
spell
modern
out?
word to me. Sounds like she's gonna poison him.
So,
Probably.
thank you.
A love letter in which Malleolus accidentally acknowledges his name is Quinctius. For a time I despaired at the thought of being trapped here for the rest of my life, but then I met you and discovered that as long as I am with you, I am exactly where I should be. Mere words cannot express my affection for you, and so I will perform a grand gesture in your honor. I will become the city's magistrate, so that I may govern with wisdom and strength, with you by my side. So yeah, that's
Now,
him
Perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius
using
really
his charm,
is.
I guess. According to this bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome.
He's
Yeah, so he's responsible for like everyone being here. Almost.
quite a lot more serious than I imagined. Give me that immediately.
Nope. I can always get another copy. Do I have another copy?
What? It was a lie of a mission. You were planning this
Yeah,
all
lies of a
along,
mission.
you I curse you. This is outrageous.
That's fine. So now we have more evidence, right? I think. I'll save again. If we have to do another run, then so be it.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty... What? I... So... Oh, so much... Fine. Ruling
hey, nice, it worked.
Pit of it. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal. There. You got what you wanted. Now...
Sweet. Okay, one step done. So now we can get Galerius to run. I bet Domitius is not going to be very happy. Sweet. And all the rest of this should wrap up rather quickly.
Citizen.
So yeah, now he's gonna let Ulpius and Yulia go without us even paying any money, which is nice. Where is Galerius? And why is it not giving me a pointer? Oh, I don't remember where he is.
Names will...
So we'll talk to him later when we want him to get to run to vote for Galerius.
Like Apollo and Diana's.
Yeah, so they're free. It's too bad not everyone here gets a vote. It's only the dudes. But I guess they did point that out to us before. I don't think Ulpius is going to get a vote either, even if he's free. Is he here now? No. Galerius really gets around this place too. I wish it would help you out a little bit by telling you where a person is. If they're supposed to be easy to find, I guess. Galerius. Maybe he's up here. Lots of extra running around. But it doesn't take that much longer, I suppose. Didn't really want to look at the bucket. There we go. Man. We're solving the game. That feels good. Need to find Galerius, though. That's not him. That's Yulia, I think. Yeah.
Be careful who you trust.
Tavia. I was kind of expecting more of the Christian stuff to pay off, too. Hey, Raven Ultrain, thanks so much for following. Galerius usually hangs around the farms, I think. In the evening, he likes to head to the tavern. Yeah, I remember him being in the tavern when he sits down there. But thanks for the tip about the farms. So that's usually... Is that over that way? I think so. It's not that big a space. I guess we could wait till evening because we know where he's going to be. There we go. Yeah, maybe he's down there. I've never really looked for him at this time of day, I don't think, so. Or maybe he's with Dooley. I know he's with Dooley sometimes too. Yeah, I bet that's where he is. You really do start to memorize people's routines, though, which is kind of cool. Oh, no, there he is. You're right. It's cool. I don't think anybody else comes down here, really. What's up, man? You're my new hero.
Sorry again, friend. I went and... How is it possible? Oh, come... You're a Sisyphus. Sisyphus, he was forced...
Yeah, we've been through this already.
Anyway, so... Anytime. Now, I'm... Oh, and if our conversations ever start to... Salve again? No.
Blah, blah, blah.
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, but from what I hear, maybe that's not such a bad thing. He did? Oh, I'll let Equitia know. I'll be
okay. So how do we get him to let Dooley go? I guess we have to get him elected first, and then he'll let Dooley go?
All right, friend. Hope you find a way to...
Yeah, me too. Man. So if we do more runs, can we have him get the note, or give the, or tell Malleolus about the note saying that he's Quinctius too, or do we have to do that again?
Don't believe a word they
I don't know.
tell you.
Now I think we need to get enough support for Galerius.
Oh. Oh my. We'd have Hercule, Sisyphus, and...
I don't really need to talk to her more about this stuff. Okay. She turned around again.
It'll be, but why do you ask?
Okay.
All of the male citizens who... there are some women who I can't allow, but if
So now we just need to get enough support for Galerius.
By using... Sir. See you again.
So let's go around and talk to everybody and see who they're going to vote for. We know we can tell Rufius who to vote for. And we know Horatius is going to vote for Sentius, which is bad for us now.
Galerius.
Oh, okay.
Sorted out my
yeah, that makes sense. Because we had Galerius give him the cure. So maybe we won't have to do very much convincing. But does Malleolus get a vote in this case? I don't know. And who is Domitius going to vote for?
Boy, how did you get in there, you cheeky little Sturkus? What now?
He's not going. Oh.
Whatever.
Okay. Let's see if Malleolus is going to vote. Does he still get a vote? I don't know.
Leave me be.
Probably not. Okay. I'm just going to assume he's not going to get a vote. We know Sentius is going to vote for himself, and Horatius will probably vote for him too.
What is it, citizen? Not that it's any of your business.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we know there's going to be 2 votes for Sentius. Where did Sentius go? Whatever. So we have Rufius and Galerius voting for Galerius, as well as... Who else?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Do we need to talk to?
Apollo keep you safe.
We need to talk to Decius.
Shining.
Hello there, friend. Are you well, stranger?
It's funny.
Sentius, I suppose. Yeah? Certainly.
3,000 denarii.
Pleasure doing business.
Might as well.
Very well.
So that's 3 votes for Galerius. Does Georgius get a vote? I don't actually know.
Galerius.
Yeah.
But I hope.
And let's ask Virgil. I think we have enough votes now.
Ah, a new face. I hear we have you to thank. Well, Cynthia seems to. My vote is. Nice to talk.
So I think we have to. Do we have to solve the abuse thing? Yeah, the harassment. Maybe we should talk to Rufius about it, because we know that he's the one sending the threatening notes. How do we trigger that again? Do we have to talk to Fabia first? Maybe we don't need his vote, but...
The forum's usually dead, to be honest. I
The
thought
forum
maybe
is
poor
what that
old
room's
Dooley
called.
had got out of his cell and was snooping around. So I put my head out and I called out to them. All I remember is they ran past. So I suppose it could only be one of three people. Horatius, Demetrius.
Yeah, I know it's Rufius.
Oh. I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. My pa had just arranged a husband. I spent the night in the air, but after I remember, I suppose. Anyway. What? You've been good people here. My friend. Well, I'm just saying. Well, I can tell. Oh, I try not to. Thanks.
I like your teeth.
And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the. He'll be just across the forum. All right.
How many votes do we have? We have Rufius, Galerius, Georgius. Do we still need Virgil? Really? I don't think so, but I would like to solve this quest.
On your best behavior, I trust.
Where did he go? I just saw Rufius here. I thought. I don't know. We could try to start it and see what happens. Or talk to Virgil about it again. Man.
Welcome back. Well, my... Well, help out, but... Nice to talk.
We just haven't hit whatever trigger needs to be hit. Yeah, I've already done all this stuff. Is it 3 against 3 right now? No, we got Decius too, right? I'm gonna write this down. Sorry. So for Galerius, we have Galerius, Decius, Georgius, and then for Sentius, we have Sentius, Horatius, Domitius isn't voting, and Virgil. It's 3 on 3. Is there another person that votes? There is, isn't there? It's hard to remember all this stuff. Dooley doesn't vote. Horatius, Kabosh. Malleolus, maybe he won't vote. So maybe it is 3 on 3. Or no, Rufius said he would vote. Never mind. Rufius said he would vote for Galerius too because he cured his rheumatism. So it's 4 against 3 now, I think. Unless Malleolus shows up. But I don't think he can, since we would just reveal who he is. So let's try and start it and see what happens.
That's
Keep an eye out
quite
for
an
Centella,
impressive
would
bow
you?
you have there. Just parfait again. It must be completed by it'll be why do
I'm gonna make a separate save first. That's not a quick save. I wish we could name our saves too, but that's
parfait
okay.
again. Did you
I know we're going a little long, but I think we're really close to figuring this out.
It must be completed. It'll be why do you As I said. Well. Very well.
Okay.
Citizens, it is time.
And I think we should at least get Galerius elected, even if we don't do the Virgil thing. Which doesn't really seem to be that important anyway. I mean, didn't seem like Rufius was actually going to do anything. Although obvious. Oh, we found him. Okay, now that we know where he is, let's just do that instead. Because I do want to do everything that we can at the very least. And I have a feeling that if we don't solve the Virgil thing, that we'll probably get like ending 3 instead of ending 4, which is probably the best one. Yeah, man, lots of moving parts though. So I think we can find him up there. It's definitely gonna feel better to solve it entirely though, rather than leaving some loose ends. Oh, he's just up here. Okay. Good to know. We need like a radar or something.
You again.
Yeah, I usually don't try to do everything in games like this, but with this kind of setup, I think it really... there's going to be a good payoff, so...
No idea what you're
It just feels good, and I like all these characters too. But I do know it was him, because I've done this already. Maybe we need to find the evidence again?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
See you.
Okay. We'll go find the note again. I know I've done that already, so maybe we just lost the item or something.
On your best behavior, I trust.
This is like the last thing we have to figure out, I think. It's nice that Galerius will just do everything else for us, so we don't have to do this all again. That was a really smart thing by the designers. So I think in Outer Wilds you actually do have to do everything every time. But I could be wrong. Yeah, we don't want to steal. I never read... did I read that poem before? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. Rufius's place was up here, I think. Yeah. Addressed to a sinner, figure out who's threatening Virgil. Now let's go back and talk to him. Galerius is such a unit. Yeah, I really like Galerius. At first I was like, who is this guy? But you really grow to like him. And he runs your errands for you every day? Man. He gets around. Oh, we have to tell... oh, we could tell Sentius we suspect him. But... yeah, telling Sentius you suspect someone doesn't really get you anywhere, I don't think. Which is interesting. Although I bet you could do that ending.
Citizen. So it's the rheumatism.
Oh, the rheumatism was making him angry, I guess.
I know that's not an excuse. I'll leave him alone from now on.
There we go.
I'm going to go and clean it.
Sweet. See, I knew Rufius was a better guy than he was letting on. Okay. Although he's still homophobic, apparently.
Welcome back. What demon? You went snooping. Have you... Really?
Found a treatment for his rheumatism.
Poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head.
Really? Is rheumatism that bad? I'm gonna have to look that up.
Really? That... Well, Cynthia seems to know what he's doing. Nobody...
So he's just always gonna... Okay.
Nice to talk.
Whatever. We have the votes anyway, so... That's everything, right? Find the Greek plaque. Figure out what happened to Centella. So... Yeah, I think we have everything now. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't think that quest really mattered in the grand scheme of things, but it's something I just wanted to figure out. Whew, man.
It must be. It'll be between.
It's gonna be satisfying to see this whole loop pay off in a way that I think, like, a game like Deathloop seemed like it wasn't really gonna be very satisfying because it was so linear. But with this, it seemed like we had a lot more choices. Even though there's still like one very, like, there's one best path.
As I said, very well.
Okay.
Citizens,
This will be fun to see Galerius get elected too.
let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Election starting.
Woot. Hopefully we won't have to do this again. This has been a really fun game to play through though. I'm glad we didn't stop after like the second worst ending. It hasn't really been that hard to figure out. You just kind of have to exhaust all the dialogue options and think about it critically. Poor Dooley. We'll get him out in a second here, I hope. Which endings have I found so far? So far, I do know where Scintilla is, so I did the ending where you go up the cistern from the lower cistern, and then you save her, and Sentius rushes in and she kills him, and then you go to the future, and it says that like none of the other people survived, but Scintilla did, and she tells you that in the letter. So that's the ending I got so far, and I don't know what the others are like. But I'm assuming there's one where you do everything that Sentius wants, and then maybe you get a letter from him later or something. I'm not sure. Don't really know what the other three are about. Oh, I didn't realize Ulpius was gonna vote.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate.
I hope he votes for Galerius. He should, right?
Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee
I didn't write that down.
Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall
Yeah, did you do all the endings for this?
and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear
boy.
friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Galerius.
Virgil.
Cynthius.
Ulpius.
Galerius.
Yeah.
The man who saved my life.
That's three.
The man who treated
Yeah,
my rheumatism.
Galerius, the best person aside from me.
Citizens.
You did all of them? Nice.
Made your decision. Your new magistrate is
That's awesome.
Galerius Helver.
I hope more people play this game. I know it's got a lot of praise, but it is really good.
Would you like to make a brief address?
Yeah, I think how you go through this game is going to be really particular to the person. Even the kind of gameplay you want. Because it seems like you can get through it without doing too much combat, actually.
Together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that
Yeah.
is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not.
Galerius is great.
You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Cute. Where's Ulpius going? Just like sprinted out of here. Okay. Should we talk to him now? I guess we should talk to him. Nah, it's okay.
It gladdens my
Wonder how
heart
much
that
one of these
Galerius has
statues is
poor
worth on the
Dooley free.
outside.
I will cherish it.
I'm glad we did everything in time, because I still have a feeling that if you don't do everything quick enough, that the election starts anyway.
Fortune
But that's
smiles
never
on you
been a
today,
problem.
Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
Aw.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go
Galerius
home
is the best.
and rest.
We got the Liberator achievement. We still have 17 achievements left, which is crazy.
I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
I assume we're gonna get another one, but okay.
Oh, thank you.
The door.
You can
We
have
haven't
my
seen
shiny
this
plaque
happen
if
so
you-
far.
And maybe you can help me. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, but before that,
What was his treasure?
He gave me a key to the cisterns.
Oh, that's right. He has the key. I forgot.
Please help me find it. Oh, thank.
Well, that's nice of him. I totally forgot he had the
Hope
key.
you find it. Oh, look, maybe it is treasure.
Was his treasure the decoder ring?
See it for myself. So pretty. And it's just lying out here in open. Maybe nobody wants it.
What's he talking about? The perfume thing? Wait, is he gonna steal this? Oh, the mirror.
Just
Oh my god, is he gonna steal this?
Don't you dare.
Oh my god.
The many shall suffer.
I can't believe that.
For the sins of the one.
Oh my god. Really?
go to Tartarus.
That's so funny.
What have you done, you fool?
So we have the Greek plaque. Man. I was not expecting that, but I guess I should have. Dooley fucking things up again. Jeez. Don't die, please. Do I still have enough money? No. Move. She's not gonna move. Ah, shit. I mean... man, that sucks. That's really aggravating, but it's cool and it makes sense. Yeah, I know how to cycle through my weapons. So, does it matter that we don't have the money if we can just get Malleolus to free Ulpius and Julia anyway? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore.
Salve, friend.
Although you still need the 3,000 gold to get
and what you're doing with that bow on your back.
Decius to vote for Galerius.
Oh.
Let's see how much he'll do for us.
Poor vote. You? All right.
Okay, tell Malleolus he knows his real name is Quinctius.
What? I'll go.
Okay. So that's everything except for Rufius. Or that's everything except for Decius. So if Decius votes for Sentius, then you actually lose the election, or then you're tied? Is that right? Because you have Galerius? Or no, you lose, don't you? Georgius, Rufius, Ulpius versus Horatius, Virgil, and Decius. So you're tied then. So that's interesting. So does that mean we still need the 3,000 gold for that vote? Man. And I know there's 4,000 gold in that cave, but that just means we have to reset it again. Whatever. Let's go do this stuff first. And see what happens. Jeez. So much you have to do correctly. And then, I don't know how... Is it possible to end the game after the election, then? Like, causing the paradox after that? I don't know. Do you have to, like, do that and then run up here while they're trying to kill you and then free Scintilla? Or does Scintilla just get killed by the statues in there? I don't think there even are any. Man. Complicated setup, for sure. So let's see what happens when we do this. Is this gonna open the door? Yeah. Isn't that the same key that we got? Or is the key that we got to some... The key is to the cistern. So we haven't been in here yet, right? There are quite some interesting ways to get a lot of gold. You seem to be having a blast, so I won't spoil anything. Hit me up if you need a hint in the right direction. Okay, thank you. I definitely will. I know there's ways you can... I mean, I know there's a lot of chests and stuff. And especially that cave. I am really enjoying it, though, for sure. What did he ask? He asked who this temple is for? Oh, I guess we could say any of these. Or we have to say all of them? Yeah, you have to say the names of all of them. More Egyptian stuff. Do we have to say the right name for the right time period? Is that what's going on? Yeah, okay. I didn't catch that at first. So is this the Roman stuff or the Mesopotamian? This looks like the Sumerian one. Yeah, okay. Ooh, oh, this is the white hallway. Whoa. So this is... I was wondering when this would show up, but they give you a spoiler warning in the main menu. So if you don't want huge spoilers for this game, I guess don't watch further, is what they tell you in the main menu. So yeah, there's your really big spoiler warning if you didn't care about other spoilers in this game so far. Whoa. It is Stargate. I didn't know it was actually Stargate. What the fuck? Oh my god. Is Proserpina here? Wow. Yeah, this is a huge spoiler. Oh man.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself.
Herculean.
As you have already
confront the
gathered,
creator of the Golden Rule.
I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians.
It is Stargate.
Osiris to the Egyptians.
That's cool.
Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike. And what is more, you carry a weapon that will... But there will be time for your reckoning. First,
yeah, they don't like me.
Reward for undoing the desecration. That is merely the name your people have given. That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished. Now this man was unmarried, and many of all the women, two were particularly ambitious. Both were their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman draped herself in. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen, while the others indulged at the banquet. She checked that nobody was watching, and pushed her rival from the top. But I was watching. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, and I left her to stand there. But that was not enough. For
the original
entire
sin.
city was tainted by her. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. And to this day...
Oh, so he's kept doing that.
And all who came after, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to...
That's pretty awful.
...the folly. I give your kind a second chance, and when you disobey, and so you ask, if I am the one you destroy yourself. When my kin departed, they left behind many relics, which I inherited. The golden bow originally belonged to
all the
one
other
of my
gods
kin,
just gone
the
now?
Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest.
Well, they're the Furies.
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong. No
Hey, that's what we were talking about that
like
philosopher
your
with.
Code of Hammurabi or your 12 tables of the Roman Republic. Can
You
ever
got to figure
cover
out right and
all
wrong for
possible
yourself.
Scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you
the
often
Christians
say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required.
Saying,
to
why aren't you
apply
guys
it
just
to
good
any
people?
situation.
Come on.
Yet none of the peoples who express
Which is,
this
you know, how I
were
feel too.
able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
Yeah, it's not as easy to apply as it sounds.
For you, I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. If she was still conscious, I suppose she could.
There she is. Her whisper is really hard to hear in here with the music.
Then what an odd question.
Oh, he doesn't know that she can talk.
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalization? You speak of the moneylender, and he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily. Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority. I see. And how long? I fail to see how your system of
Yeah, and I was like, student loans and mortgages are actually slavery. Hello.
Labor for 30 years.
Which is true. It is the same thing.
Now tell me, what other sins do you
It's just
believe
in a
I have
more modern coat of paint on it. Price gouging for life-saving medicine.
The merchant. How is that in... I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway. Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. Not if we're wise and... Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I will turn you all to gold immediately.
Not exactly.
Now tell me. I've seen no... Taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide... Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. Supposing you're right. Now tell me. The midwife in the palace. The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those
he doesn't see the statues as people.
They are forsaken.
Interesting.
Now tell me.
It's no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better at judging right from wrong than any human.
Do you honestly think you...
No, but that's my point. Nobody's grasp of right and wrong is so perfect that they can become trusted with all this power. Exactly.
I should strike you down.
If you did, you'd be proving my point. You're gonna fight him? Yeah, that's not gonna work, I don't think. Would you fight him with the golden bow or the regular bow? I guess the regular bow, probably.
Very well.
I don't know.
My story is many thousands of years.
I wonder if there's an achievement for killing him or
need
something.
to be more specific.
Attack and kill God.
What do you wish? It is a matter of perspective. Your ancestors revered me because but despite all that...
He's an alien.
My kin and I all adopted this form long ago. In time, we grew fond of the sensory delight. No. Long ago,
Some kind of Lovecraft shit going on.
This is like me. She has been known by many names.
Ereshkigal?
Ereshkigal to the Sumerians.
Yeah.
Isis to the Egyptians. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of spring. Your gaze lingers too long. That is my servant. You would have met by the river.
Oh, this is
Charon.
Charon.
She wears many faces. Kumutabal to the Sumerians. Her role is to ferry. For that, she earned herself the You will talk more.
That's interesting.
As you... It has come to be known simply. That is a long story.
He made a wager?
One that began over... You see, long ago, my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other... We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind.
It is exactly like Stargate.
Something lawless.
It's very funny.
You all but destroyed yourselves. Your 2 short lives.
I didn't know how close how close my guess was at the beginning.
Persephone saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture,
is like the earliest.
Toolcraft and law, and you called us gods. For a time, you flourished. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion.
This is kind of like the ending of Wizardry 8 too.
To your old ways of violence.
Which I think is pretty funny.
My kin had seen enough. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world.
Oh, they had a utopia.
Unspoilt by conflict, but my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind
Supposedly.
without guidance. And knowing it would force the rest of us to leave, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up, and so she began her inescapable trajectory. Horrified,
there's a lot going on
acted
here.
Swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep and then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her. It was and is my hope that once there, but he refused. I did. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium.
Oh, so his bet was that humans would eventually be good enough?
But if even one human city could prove itself, then Proserpina and my part would be to remain behind. The last. And so my reward
Sucks for
has
him.
been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter.
Sounds really
waiting for the
frustrating.
day your kind proves itself worthy of her, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time. still
Dudes will literally sit around waiting 3,000 years for humanity to better itself instead of going to therapy.
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names. But perhaps our leader Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, and of course, as the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion. So I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent it. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as
so that's why they go down a river to get here.
They were replaced by, of course, believing themselves to be the. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive.
This means Kabosh is definitely in the wrong, but still an interesting perspective.
They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed. To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that to this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located.
Oh, so only the people with the right coins would end up here. So that's why there's not that many people here.
As the tokens were discovered, they were
he just wanted like a sample
smelted
size.
And fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as some placed coins in the mouths of their dead,
or on their eyes, right?
Here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for. Only 2 remain. And so after this wave, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential.
We wasted all of them.
Ascend. It is a regrettable story. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people on the condition. But the erasure did not take completely. And he told his tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the
That's cool.
Epic of Gilgamesh. And his words were twisted and later the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories.
He wrote the Epic of
Dead
Gilgamesh,
and
huh?
Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance. Then when the Greeks began to arrive,
yeah, every civilization has an underworld story.
And in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan.
Yeah, we heard these guys'
named
names before too.
They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place. Of course. Good. Only it has long been within my power. When I peer into you, I see only a blank slate.
Because I'm a vessel.
As if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. Carol,
we're playing a video
where
game.
Did you find this one?
I do not remember.
You would have us believe.
If that is true.
How did you come to be in this time?
Yeah, it still doesn't explain who sent me here, unless it was Proserpina.
We cannot know.
Yeah, okay. Proserpina did. I was hoping you could tell me.
I do not know. Tread light. Enough of this. Why have you come here? If you anger me, so tell me.
Probably shouldn't tell him that Proserpina doesn't love him. Golden Rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you'll never win the wager.
How so? And be specific. You have made a...
I mean, that was the rheumatism. By convincing them that rebelling would break your law.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater.
Maybe we're supposed to use all of these?
True. He is a volatile and pathetic.
We need more examples? What? Like we need to know We need to be able to prove Sentius is wrong. Damn.
That is a very serious accusation. Every one of those people, they failed collectively. How unfortunate. Ah, but I am a god, and you are a mortal.
You read a letter to save
Why would
before you
you
met
expect
Scintilla.
me to treat
Yeah,
you
I
as
did.
treat my own
Yeah.
kind? You are not a peer. Let me ask you this. Do you treat
So I don't think it
insects
gave
as
me an
you
option to
wish be
continue, but maybe I messed that up.
Do you care for their... Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights? I warned you. You will make...
Oh, good. Oops. It doesn't seem like we have enough anyway.
Do you... How dare you threaten?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Where is it? Did I pick it up? Hello? I can't tell if I picked it up. Okay, we got it. Is he not gonna kill us? I guess not. I just assumed that he was gonna smite me right there. This is a lot deeper than I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna wrap things up pretty quick. Oh, I might die anyway. That was a lot of conversation I don't really want to do again, but we might have to. It's such a long run back too. Loading screen, I think. There we go. Oh my god, the door's open the wrong way. Oh, I might die. Okay, good. It's always so tense. Especially because we just talked to that guy for like 20 minutes. Oh god. Don't kill me. Ah, fuck, man. Really? Ah! Okay. I think we might have to call it there for the day, unfortunately. I wasn't really expecting it to go longer. It really seemed like we were going to wrap things up, and then all of that happened. Jeez. Man, there's a lot. I might have to look up exactly what order we need to do things in, because I don't know how much I want to experiment with it, but I guess we'll just have to see. Phew. Yeah, game is getting weirder and weirder than I thought it would, for sure. I like all the philosophical discussions, though. I think that's really cool. Okay, it puts us back at the White Hallway, so I guess next time it's going to be super spoiler warning. And I probably won't get to play again until like Saturday. Definitely not going to get to stream again probably until then, but thanks very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube or you tuned in for the stream, I really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Thanks in particular to Raven for following. That's awesome. And for all the tips, for hanging in there. Helps to have somebody else who's played through the whole game in the chat for sure, just like yesterday. So yeah, I will stream at you again soon. And you can follow me on Twitter for updates at ncburnham. And you can check out the videos on YouTube if you want to see the rest of this Let's Play. Just go to Nick Burnham, search for Nick Burnham on YouTube, and you can find me pretty easy. And yeah, have a great rest of your Memorial Day. I will see you later.